Sis, be honest. When did you sign up to be pimped? Like, when did you agree to work harder than everyone else, stay loyal, fix broken teams, take on extra projects, and still get underpaid, overlooked, and underrespected? Because, right, if you didn't sign up for it, why you tolerate it? I mean, what is corporate pimping? Right? What does it actually look like? So if you are 70s baby, 80s baby, or however, everybody knew or everybody should know who Pretty Tony is. Okay. So Pretty Tony was a pimp, right? And what is pimping? So if you don't know, which I'm sure everybody on here, the term pimping resonates with my chicks, right? But I'm gonna break it down. I'm gonna tear it apart, unpack it, right? So a pimp was an individual, okay, and this individual, because it could have been a man or a woman, this individual put another individual out, right? Made them do work, okay, whatever that work looked like, right? Made them work, compromise their principles, compromise their morals, compromise their compromised who they were, right? To complete a task for money. When the money was made, the individual came back, handed it to the pimp, and then the pimp decided what he wanted to hand them back. He or she wanted to hand them back. Okay, so I'm trying to stay neutral general, neutrally unbiased by gender is what I'm trying to do. But let's just break it down, right? So he put you on the stroll, made you do the work. He did none of the work, but you bought the money back to him. And the money that came back to him, he gave you a portion of what he wanted you to have. If that ain't corporate pimping, I don't know what is, right? So you going out, CEO, CFO, whatever the structure is, you going out, you handling all the customers, you taking care of all the clients, you doing all the work, you staying the late hours, they all playing golf, they on their yacht, they doing whatever, you doing all of that, you increase their bottom line, and then they give you the portion of the bottom line that they want you to have. I don't let that sink in because listen, when did you sign up to be pimped? Because that's exactly what they doing, right? So you're doing all the executive level work, okay, but getting entry level pay, right? You praised in private, but you passed over in public. You training people who then leapfrog over you when it comes to promotions for whatever reason, and we not even gonna speculate as to why, but you loyal almost to a fault. Meanwhile, leadership is transactional about your value. So unless you do this, then what you're worth is not does not resonate or does not translate to what you see on your paycheck. You carrying the entire team, right? Fixing the mistakes, being the go-to, but never the go-to leader, right? So if they love your work, but won't pay your worth, that's not loyalty. That's exploitation. That's exploitation. And I'm not laughing to make light of the situation, but I'm actually laughing because the audacity, the audacity, right? Now, we were really conditioned. If you're anything like the way that I grew up, we were conditioned to believe that when you work hard, just the working hard alone leads to reward, right? So we were taught that you just have to show up and do your part. You show up, you work hard, and eventually all of that hard work will pay off. However, on a normal basis, that may be true. But in this situation, when you being exploited, it don't matter how hard you out there working. They don't care nothing about that. You better get to work. You better bring in that money. I mean, I can think of so many songs. Listen, right? But we were taught that if we work hard, we were going to be rewarded in the end. That's in a normal situation. But exploitation, somebody exploiting, pimping your gifts, your talents, and doing all of that, they ain't trying to make it fair. It ain't fair. Because if it was fair, you would be leading them, right? So it's not fair. Okay. And I get it. We all have a fear of starting over. Okay. But like, I mean, because we have been conditioned. Okay. If you have a person that suffers with limiting beliefs, you've been conditioned to feel like, what if it's worse somewhere else? Right. So that's in the back of your mind at all times, because instead of manifesting what it is we truly want and not allow fear to be the guiding light, instead of doing that, we start to play over in our heads the what ifs, right? What if it's worse over there? What if what if um I'm not celebrated over there? What if? Okay. But the only thing the what ifs does is keep you stuck. And I tend to believe that they know that. They know that, right? Some of you, again, being loyal to a fault, feel guilty about even thinking about walking away. They need me. But who's investing in you? Who's investing in you? Right? Most times, you're afraid to leave because you don't know another way to advocate for yourself. You lack strategy as to how to get yourself noticed, how to actually ask for what you feel you're worth, and you also lack the confidence to say that this is what I'm worth, this is what I deserve, this is what I've contributed, and if I can't be celebrated and compensated here, then it's time for me to move to where I can be. And it ain't nothing wrong with that. It's nothing wrong with that. You were not born to survive systems. You were born to build legacies. Because I know every single night you sit in a place or you sit at your desk and you think to yourself, I am supposed to be doing so much more. Drop a ouch in the comments if that resonated with you. You know you're supposed to be doing so much more. Just put ouch. You can put me. Raise your hand. Anything. Just let me know that that landed with you. Because until that lands with you, you are going to be in the same place, right? So if you didn't sign up to be pimped, right? Stop normalizing the disrespect and the underpayment, okay? Because you're well aware that you are overworked and undercompensated. So when you are giving 100%, 120% of your absolute very best effort, and you are not being compensated, that's on that. It doesn't border on that's disrespectful because you're taking my gifts and my talents, right? And you are utilizing those for your benefit, and I don't get a return. That's awareness. You have to be aware. You are aware that they pimping your talents. But at some point, you have to align yourself with your mission. You have to ask yourself, does this role align with my growth, wealth, and well-being? Right? Does am I in a place where the things that matter to me the most, I am going to be able to focus time on? Am I in a place where I may not be a multimillionaire by my income, but from my excess, I am able to start onto my wealth building track, right? And does my well being even count? Is my well being considered in this organization? Okay. Listen, we are past the phase where we are sitting still, being quiet, and allowing the disrespect. Okay. Build your career strategy. Okay. It's not just a work ethic. Okay. Clarify what it is you truly want from an organization. Most of you are in some form of leadership, even if you don't have the title. Okay. Because truthfully, being a leader doesn't have anything to do with your title. Okay. When it's wrapped up in the title, you're a boss, right? But when you are a leader, it is ingrained in your DNA. It's who you are. Whether you leading them kids at the house, whether you leading the church choir, whether you leading the girls trip, I don't know, the girls trip money raising or fundraising drive, whatever you're doing, the leadership portion is etched in your DNA. You don't have to prove that, okay? But if you are proving that, if you are providing all of those skill sets, if you are doing leadership work in an organization, while the title does not make you a leader, the title does make your paycheck look better. Okay, I'm gonna say that again. While the title does not make you a leader, the title does make it look good in your paycheck. Yeah, it makes it look good. So why wouldn't you need the title? Okay. Outside of what you think you're worth, negotiating your worth with receipts to back it up. I did this, and this. The company benefited this, and this. That's what you call receipts. When you had when three trainees came in and all three of them came out of a formalized training and they sat at your desk because you were the best person to show them the procedures that the company wanted to be done, those are receipts. Okay. Listen, and I'm gonna make another video about that, how to actually create your receipts for the ask. I'm gonna make another video about that. But for this one, right? Start negotiating what you're worth based on your receipts. Okay. And then position yourself to be the obvious choice. Okay. So when I say position yourself to be the obvious choice, when they look at all the list, the entire list of all the things that the organization has lacked on, or that the gap has been filled, or that the company can elevate with, the first name that comes to mind should be yours. When they have an opening, right? And this person needs to possess all of these characteristics, all of these traits, all of this skill set. Your name should be the first one that comes to mind. And if it's not, you need to prepare to elevate somewhere else. Long gone are you waiting around for wait your, or you're going to be okay with wait your turn. Oh, we have some. I can't tell you the number of times I heard them say, we have something coming right around the bend we think you're going to be perfect for. Where the bend, right? Where is the bend? Okay. So I'm saying this to you guys because number one, I don't want you to go through another year, another moment, another month, another week, none of that being exploited, because that's basically what it comes down to, corporate pimping. We should change everybody named a Pretty Tony, because your skill set has been pimped for so long. When you question it, it's almost offensive to them that you would even question it, even though you've been sitting in the same place. I got a hair. Even though you've been sitting in the same place for 3, 4, 5 years, some longer than that. And you're the go-to, but not the one who is paid for what she contributes, right? I want to leave you with this, okay? You don't owe loyalty to a system that profits from your silence, okay? I'm gonna say that again. You don't owe loyalty to a system that profits from your silence. You know why they profit from your silence? Because you're silent. You're silent. And that is the reason that they continue to extort and exploit all the things that you add to the organization, because you say nothing. My grandmother used to say, you give somebody an inch, they take a mile, right? So in that inch, you're silent. You're allowing them thinking, okay, I've been loyal to them, they're going to be loyal to me. But where has that got you? I'll wait. It has gotten you here, right? You are an asset to any organization. I'm not talking about just past your educational qualifications, but we're talking about your skill set. Skill set doesn't necessarily always have to be in the form of a diploma, although most of y'all are highly educated. Black women are the most highly educated race in the country. Why do you think that is? I'm gonna have to do another video on that as well, because I have my own thought, being a highly educated Black woman, as to why we are the most highly educated race on the planet. We're gonna do, yeah, y'all subscribe to this channel. And I'm sorry, if you have not already, like, subscribe to this channel. It doesn't cost you anything, but it means the world to me. Okay. And then you get all of these topics that we are able to unpack together. But you are an asset. You need to act like it. Every day, you need to act like it. Okay. And if they cannot see you for the asset that you truly are, you're in the wrong room. You're in the wrong space. Doesn't have anything to do with you. But you have to know that. Okay. You're not asking. We are long gone from the place where we're asking for permission to lead. We're not asking for permission to lead anymore. We're not asking for permission to earn anymore. And we definitely are not asking for anyone's permission to elevate to the place where we rightfully belong. We're not doing that anymore. We're not. Why would you need to? Why would you need to? Right? I had to get that one off. So, okay. So if you're tired of being pimped, really, by a paycheck that doesn't really match your power, what you add to the organization, what you bring in, it's time for a shift, right? And if you're all ready to build a real, if you are ready right now to build a real elevation plan, I'll show you exactly how to do it inside of my, excuse me, Beyond Elevated strategy call. Okay. Okay. I'll put the link in the show notes for you. Okay. Jump on a call with me. Now, I can tell you, and I need to be completely transparent with you, I may not tell you what you want to hear. I'm going to listen to what you tell me. I'm going to listen. Okay. I'm going to listen, but I am going to listen outside of the loyalty for your company. Because my goal as a leadership development strategist is to look inside the box, which is loyal to you. Right? So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put the link in the bottom in the show notes, in the description, for you to take a look at, for you to jump on my schedule, because I'd love to talk to you. We go unpack all of this, but this is not the time. You are beyond educated. You are beyond wise. You are beyond any limitations that they have put on you. But better yet, you are beyond any limitations that you have placed on yourself. Okay. Okay. If you have not had the opportunity to download your free copy of the 7 mistakes people make when asking for a raise and the things to do to actually get a yes, the link's also going to be in the description notes for you. Go ahead and get that. Take a look at it. Be prepared before you ask for what you're worth. Okay. Not that you need to, but when we are playing the game on an executive level, we need to have executive presence. And that is to be prepared. Again, I'm going to do a different video on what it actually looks like inside of the reason why Black women are the most educated race. And I have my own philosophy, my own theory on that I'm going to unpack. And I'm going to leave you with this. You don't need permission to lead. Just a strategy that matches your worth and your power. Until next time.